All right, we're live.
We are live.
Let me see if I can find myself. If the notifications work. All right, we're live.
We're live.
Caro newbie.
How you got it and I don't have it? Where am I at?
Everybody's starting to come in. Jules.
Here it is.
My brother's watching. Say hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
He just left. He just flew back to Seattle.
Yeah, I saw you were spending some time at the beach with him.
Oh man, where are we ever? Yeah, every beach in Florida except for up by Johnny's way. But we were at Lido quite a bit.
Yes. Ian, Rob.
I have not been to the beach down here.
That's because you don't go outside, Johnny.
No, I don't.
I live outside. I love the beach, and Lido is so beautiful because it actually has quartz crystal in the sand. That's why it's so pristine.
It's down the street, but it's too much sand. There's people there. It's a lot of water.
Maybe you're an empath, and it's just so much for you to handle. Too much for you to feel.
No.
No. Okay.
I'm disconnected from my feelings. I don't have those anymore.
Hi, Patricia.
Well, look, Artie's climbing on me.
So we'll wait 7:05. And
Ian Rob is here.
Artemis.
Ian Rob is my fave.
The big boy. He's a big cat. He weighs about 20 pounds.
Wow.
Lucy's even bigger than him now.
That's a toddler.
To think this was a formerly feral cat I couldn't touch for 2 years, and now he's a big old teddy bear.
Aw, that's so sweet. My cat's a rescue. But I'm not allowing her to come in here. She might jump up on something.
I did track meter release on Artie, and when they do that, they clip their ear to mark that they've clipped them.
Then a cat has her, she's clipped on one ear.
Yeah, and then he got friendly. I was like, well, shoot, I didn't have to have his ear clipped because I brought him inside after that.
Hey.
Okay, Artie.
I did it second year at my store and came home. And I was sitting out on the back porch. I was having a glass of wine because, fair days were really hectic and beautiful. And it was raining. It was cold. It was a January. And she just came up. She was crying. She was so sad and wet. She was completely drenched by the rain. And I gave her some chicken. And then I thought, should I pick her up? Should I try to pick her up? So I got a towel and I picked her up, put her in my lap, and she just stayed there.
Everybody's saying hi to Artie now. You've got a fan club, Artie.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, everybody. Now, if you are not subscribed, we'll do this again once we sort of hit the peak population. If you are not subscribed to Lori's channel, you know what? I should have put it in the description. That way.
Thank
Pause
you.
for the calls.
Yeah, the way of positive change.
I will link it in the chat a few times tonight. That way it's there.
Thank you.
Throw it on the video later.
Boom. There it is. So you go to there. That's the way of positive change, YouTube. Thank you, Cindy.
Love your living room decor.
So if you go there, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like all that good stuff.
Christmas tree still up. We have
Should be.
February 25th, so it'll be up probably for another week. Maybe a little longer. I have to wait till probably Sunday to take it down.
4 seconds, 3, 2, and we'll get started. We're going to start with Trump's Valentine's. How did he spend Valentine's Day?
Oh, Lord.
And how did Melania spend Valentine's Day?
Right.
I'm going to look from Melania's perspective, what she was doing on Valentine's. Or are we going to look at them both?
Let's go Melania. I don't really care about it. Let's go Melania. Well, we'll do. You do Melania. I'll do his.
Okay.
All right, I'll do the couple.
Yes.
DJT and Melania. How did they spend Valentine's Day? Was it special and magic?
I have anxiety on the bottom.
Oh, God. Okay.
That sounds like a lot of romance, doesn't it?
Oh.
Well, I'm not getting romance.
There was an offer made, but somebody didn't get their wish. Whoop.
Yeah, because this is the card I have for relations YouTube, and then there's this too. So,
Well, Melania had a kind of interesting Valentine's.
I bet she did.
Yeah, she's spending some money and also had an offer from a younger man. She's kind of keeping a lid on her emotions a little bit, so she's not emotionally attached to this man. I feel like it was more something else.
I got the Queen of Cups too.
Yeah, she it's funny how it's coming through. She used protection.
I'm getting
Yeah, and then the rest of it she spent alone.
alone. Yeah.
She was watching TV. She's waiting and watching.
Someone tried to escape. Who was it? Melania or DJT? Someone tried to escape. Went to their own chamber.
Well, probably both of them. They don't really like each other like that.
Well, Hope Hooks is back in the house.
That's
So Johnny, how did Trump spend his?
I got the Knight of Wands, which I was trying to tactfully put is my relations card, and I got the Three of Swords. So there was nothing there. Counting
It was a betrayal.
Well, speaking of relationships, how about Lindsey Graham golfing with Donald Trump?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
This is the ever Trumper.
went golfing with him again. What are they talking about this time? The last time it was Soleimani.
Well done. First card, devil.
They get anxiety too.
I have a feeling that's going to be the card of the day.
That might need to be the drinking card for the night for anybody doing shots. The devil and
That would benefit them because it's going to come up over and over.
Thank you, Joanne.
Lindsey Graham and Donald Trump golfing.
ooh, I got the devil too.
I think they are talking about campaign strategy. Possibly.
Absolutely.
There's the devil here, and it's the momentum with the chariots, and then the 10 of cups, which of course my Dem's card, and then there's the tower and the world. So they're trying to bring an ending to the bigger picture because this seems to be the blue wave is coming in, or tsunami, however you want to put it. And then there he is crossing it all. Mind you, it's crossing the devil. So their wishes is a Republican strategy to take down the Democrats.
Yeah. I'm getting Lindsey's feeling out in the cold in his own race, that he's, his challenges, he's losing. So it was, this is my Republican card, your Dem card. It was Republican strategy. It was election strategy. And at the root of this is, being tied to the devil and looking for new inspiration from the devil. He's trying to get inspiration from Trump. And he's stuck in the middle of this. There's some agreement they came to, though. There's some agreement. They've got a friendship going, and then the lover's card. There's some agreement they came to on something. They're coming to an end on work on something that they've been working towards. So whether that's like trying to cut Social Security or Obamacare or something like that, like saying, you know what, don't do it till after the elections. Wait till after we have victory.
Okay, I got, they were discussing a conflict that involves a woman and secrets and a child and information that will be released very soon. Kaboom.
Ooh, kaboom.
And that will be the end of that.
Wow, so this woman and child keeps coming up.
It's coming soon. 8 of Wands is arrows of information coming into the camp. So, that's, to me, 8 of Wands is usually, 4 to 8 weeks or maybe even 8 days. So something big's coming up there.
When I did his February, there is, like, he rejoices in the first part of the month because he was acquitted and all that. Mm-hmm. And then the second part, there's a lot of talking going on. And it's like from all sides. Thank you, Suzanne and Debbie, by the way. There's a lot of talking from all sides. And so who's the woman?
This came in Becca's Lenormand cards too. She keeps picking up on a lady with a child. And last year, Johnny, you and I did a video where we kept getting a woman and a child on Trump when we would.
Right. I remember that. Yep.
Like last March or April. So
and this is like nothing. He can't do anything. His hands are tied. This is just like over and above. He's just, what the hell do I do next? Because this is coming out and there's nothing he can do about it. It's going to change his life.
Is this child and a woman separate, or is this child now a woman?
Is this child what?
Is she now a woman, or is these two separate people? Like, was that a person that has just now grown up? Since you get the Queen of Cups and now the Page of Cups as well, or is those two separate people?
Okay. So 2 separate people.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Maybe it's coming from Mr. Epps or something.
Let's look and see what's going on with the woman and child.
Oh, look what just tried to come out, Jenn.
Wow. Shots, people.
Oh. Keep happening.
2 separate people, or is it a grown adult? So a grown adult would be a queen or king. Oh, yeah. It's folly. I feel like it was something that he participated in that he just wasn't looking aware of what he was doing. Sorry.
He didn't use protection. Purely for entertainment purposes only.
It's funny, you get the Queen and the Page, I get the Knight and the King.
Whoa. Yep, I'm getting the King of Wands. King of Wands, Knight of Wands, Johnny.
Mm.
So perhaps one person.
So maybe this was someone he may have, because mind you, I always thought that when this communication things was going to happen in the latter part of February, that it was going to be something he couldn't stop. And it was going to be something that came out that was also, because this is like bad timing and all this, because he's got the quid pro quo thing going on in New York, and he's trying to get away from the whole Epps thing. And that's what Barr was supposed to be protecting him from, but Barr couldn't stop this one either.
Yeah, she's trying to manipulate him, and she's in the power seat on this. He's been blocking her. He did not want to accept this child. And I will say there is a child, because right across from that in the future, the child comes out. So she's taking a new action, and she's got support on this also. She's got friends that can testify on her behalf, is what I'm getting. So whether she's got DNA evidence or something along that line, but there is a child. Trump is stuck with it. This goes back a ways a little bit, and he's going to go volatile. He's just going to lose his mind.
There is a woman who says she's got something with his DNA on it, doesn't she?
Aging
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah, and all she needs is
A sample.
a sample.
Well, guess what? I'm getting, just as you say that, a child and something about court. So maybe she's going for
You get the Page of Cups too.
child that she can use. She's standing on higher ground. She is standing on higher ground.
So she said she never had sex ever again since that attack.
Mm.
And that happened when she was 30 years ago. So she was 40, because they're both in their 70s now, if you can believe that.
Okay.
And she has the dress, and it's reminiscent of another, isn't it?
So, should we look at her?
Yeah, let's see if she has a child. I don't
See,
feel like it's her. I feel like it's another woman. Let's see if it's her. E. Jean Carroll, right?
I don't think she has a child.
mm-mm.
You want to ask if she's if she'll be victorious in her lawsuit?
Is she going to get a DNA sample? Like,
Well, we can just ask generally if there's a woman coming with a lawsuit or an accusation. Let's just say accusation against Trump soon,
Okay.
and see what we get. Thank you, Patricia. Let's see, because that could be.
yep, it's a mother. It's a mother. So there is a child. Empress, she's pregnant.
I'm still getting that Eight of Swords. There's nothing he can do about it. Absolutely nothing. He's going to be dumbfounded.
I get that anxiety card again. Shot people. I get that, she is a mother, and, her challenge is to get it through the court systems. I feel like this is Trump showing up as the King of Cups, like she's going after child support because he has not acknowledged this child. And I feel like she's got witnesses or doctors or something. She's got help with this. And he's tried to separate himself from her, but, he's got anxiety because he knows they were lovers.
What you got, Johnny?
There is a child. It's around money, though. Get the Page of Pentacles. Then I get the Devil and the Seven of Swords. So there is definitely something that happened that is being hidden away. I do get the Three of Swords and the Five of Wands. So there is conflict, heartbreak, betrayal, that type of stuff. So all that's accurate. That there is a woman he betrayed, all that stuff. What's ringing to me is, where is this child, or do we see this child and we don't know it? Like, are they there? And like, it seems to me, thank you, Debbie, that this child's not hidden. Like, I don't think that it's hidden. I think the details of a child is hidden. Like, there is something, I think we see this kid. Like, I'm not saying it's barren, but if someone or in his sphere is claimed to be his child, but it's not actually, the mother is not the real mother or something like that. It just seems like there is something
Like maybe one of the grandchildren or something.
like something is just, something doesn't add up to me with
Yeah,
this.
something does not add up. This is the bully card.
And I just feel like there's something else there.
Something's covered up.
Yeah.
Something's covered up, and that's about to change.
Yep, I just keep getting the full card. So he wasn't paying attention, but he definitely knows about it. He's been in a position. He knows about it, and he's been struggling, and he knows it's going to come out to the world. He just knows it. And look what's on the bottom, gentlemen.
Yeah. He definitely, with the mother, and I feel like it's going to go through the court system. It's I feel like she's going for support, monetary support, and as well as she's got support. She's going to get some money out of him.
Yeah,
Going to get child support.
The Page of Pentacles, that child is he's getting money, or someone around him is getting money for sure. Oh, I missed one. Wait. Thank you, Terry. Okay, so let's go to Mulvaney.
Yes.
Now, Lori, you said, what did you say?
Well, I was watching Marie's table this morning. She said something about Mick Mulvaney turning on the Trumpster. So let's take a look at that.
Okay, we'll do a general, see if he's got something going on, and
Is he going to spill the beans? Is he going to turn on Trump?
is he going to turn?
Because he's probably going to be out. I mean, I can't even believe that he's not out already by now. Because he's
Me too.
right.
Especially since he had his whole misstep in the press conference.
I'm kind of remembering back when he had that misstep, us reading on him one Sunday night and getting something about turning on him. But let's see what the energy's like now. Veiny.
Could you even imagine being in the room? Because I think he coughed or something. And Trump told him, if you're going to cough or there's this disruption in this room, get out of here.
Yeah.
You didn't see that, Johnny? You
Stephanopoulos.
didn't see it? No, he told him that this was a disruption and he couldn't continue the broadcast. And if you're going to cough, get out of the room.
My God.
Oh, leave.
This is such a fool.
Well, he's got something that's hidden that he's getting ready to bring out because a big change, giving birth to something, and it's a manipulation tactic. It's like something is getting ready to come out from Mick Mulvaney. He's got too much anxiety on him over something he's had hidden. So whether that's the secret server stuff, but the plan's already off the ground. He's already moved into action with it. And I feel like he also has support for doing this. It has to do with some big money, whether that's the Ukraine money. He's got a message to deliver, and he's going to surprise everybody.
Ooh.
Something new and inspiring, and bringing justice back, bringing balance back. Something's getting illuminated. It's a big change. And there's other Republicans involved also. Wow. What are you guys getting?
Tony,
What you get?
what I get?
Yeah.
There's going to be a big fight. Mulvaney is going to be, he's going to act in an immature way. It's on its side. And there's going to be an explosive, dynamic fight. 5 of Wands, 8 of Wands, Tower.
In a tweet storm, probably.
And it's all about control and money.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I get there is something to do with money here with the Knight of Pentacles. There's an action that he must take, though. And so there's something he is supposed to be doing. I don't know if it's on behalf of Trump. Trump didn't come up in here, but he's supposed to be doing something. This is for a group. This is also something he was probably contracted to do or asked to do a long time ago that's now being done. I always thought he was a little molish, like he's there on behalf of someone else. There is a power dynamic here with a person of strength and then a queen of wands here. I don't think that's not Nancy, but there's a couple, because I get the temperance as well. But in the end of all of this, I get the 10 of swords. So there's something that he is about to lose, or he's about to go down, or he's about to get fired, or he's about to be transferred. Something's going to happen to where he's no longer going to be in the position he is in. And he's still acting chief of staff.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's not going to be
acting
for too much longer. The justice is in his sphere. But I don't see snitching. But then again, I didn't ask that, but I don't see it. So let's see. I'll pull 3 cards and see if we can get him testifying against Trump.
They're both going to have a spat.
Mm-hmm. There's a queen again. Knight of Wands.
I gave one of my yes cards, and I had that messenger in my spread, so I think he will be talking. That's a yes card for me, the Ace of Wands. A loss over moneyed news.
Yesterday I was doing a reading off camera, and the Knight of Wands came up. Now, the Knight of Swords is like reckless. That's charging in. This is you have a plan, but you don't have the details. Like the Knight of Pentacles, he has the details. That's why he's not going anywhere. He's like going over, he's checking things twice. This one, he got the word, and now he's ready to go. And so to me, it feels as though, because I get the same 2 cards again, the Queen of Wands and the Strength. He could have already spoken. Wow. It's just not in public.
Yeah.
And I think that if it comes back out, because he sort of acted with a little bit of reckless abandonment because he didn't have all the details. Maybe he didn't secure himself for his information like everybody else does. It says, if I talk to you, this can't come out, this can't come out, you can't use this against me. I don't think he did that part, but I think he said something already to a woman in power, and possibly 2.
Yeah, I feel like it's big changes, manipulation of money is what he's going to be talking about. Now, I did have that Knight of Pentacles.
Because that was my first night, got this the Knight of Pentacles.
A lot of illumination on this. So something's coming out. So
let's go to, okay, we're ready for this. We're going to go into bar.
Maybe, while we're talking about money, maybe we should do that Defense Department.
Oh yeah, let's ease into bar. Let's go Pentagon. So
let's get, because I'm getting a vibe off of that Mulvaney thing with the money that there may be a tie to the Pentagon question you had.
So there is. Well, let's go Vindman first, and then we'll go wall money.
Yeah.
So how does the Pentagon feel about Vindman? How do they feel about the situation that has just transpired?
Lieutenant Colonel Alex Vindman. Because the only person I've seen come out and publicly speak is John Kelly, who I can't stand to listen to, but he was following protocol.
Yeah. He said he's done what we told him to do. If someone gives you an illegal order, take it up with them and then take it up with your boss.
Yeah. So what does the rest of the Pentagon think?
Well, let me do it this way. What you get, Lori?
He's going to have a new job within 6 months.
Okay. Because when I ask the question, all I get is Pinnacle cards too. It's like there's money in a job or something coming in. I'm like, that's not what I was asking, but that's what came up.
They're very worried about what has happened to him. They're worried about the slander, what was done, the backstabbing. It keeps them up at night. They're not happy with this. They will give him a new position, and he will be free because there's going to be one attorney or one general or somebody that steps up to the plate to give him something that he really wants.
Yeah, I'm getting, they see it as a big cover up by Trump and his cronies because he cooperated at the hearings. They're feeling very emotional about this. The bringing everything full circle into an end with Vindman's job. They're afraid that others will view the loss as a reason not to whistleblow, to not follow the protocols that are set. So they're going to try to ease a transition here for Vindman. They do have plans for him that Vindman's actually going to like and enjoy, but they're also going to talk about this publicly, I think. They're going to come out because, they're going to move into action on it because they're worried about other people that feel the loss that aren't going to follow protocol now.
Because I get Judgment, so reoccurring theme here, and then the Eight of Pentacles, which is his job. And then I get Knight of Pentacles and Temperance, so he's going to get a job somewhere else. And this is going to be in a official capacity, so he's not like going to start at the bottom wrong. This is going to give him something sort of indicative of his standing. But I do get the opportunity and the Three of Swords. So not the new opportunity, but the opportunity he had in the administration. That's where the actual heartbreak is coming from. Because I asked a whole different deck and it got pretty much the same thing. His Wheel of Fortune changes and then he gets the completion with the Four of Wands. So he's going to be fine in spite of what happened. So let's look at Donald Trump's wall has been funded, I thought already. But the money long time ago. Okay, so here's how the chain of events happened. There was $5 billion allocated to his wall. He put out a tweet being very angry that his wall money went to Mexico for foreign aid. That's what he said. This is in his tweet, mind you, that the money, $5 billion, went to Mexico for foreign aid. And he said, how could this happen? This is horrible, da, 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 da. Okay. So that was supposed to be for his wall. It disappeared. And then there was supposed to be 3-point-something other billion dollars that was supposed to be for the wall, but I don't know what happened to that. Now he's taking it from the Pentagon.
So what little money he's gotten for the wall, he builds a wall that blows over into Mexico.
Yes.
Right?
That good Mexican sneeze is what I call it. It just blew it right on over. And so now he is saying that he's going to be taking money from the Defense Department, which is the Pentagon.
We've already been doing that.
Yes. And now he's apparently going to do it again. And this is why I'm so just flabbergasted. It's like, you've done that once. Where did that money go? Now he's taking $3.83 billion from the Pentagon, and he's getting pushback finally from the Pentagon saying that this is the wrong thing. You shouldn't do this, blah, blah, blah. So,
and if any of this wall had been constructed in a good way, they'd be showing it on TV all the time. They'd be down there visiting it. This wall does not exist, and what's there is so flimsy.
I want to know if he's going to get the money from the Pentagon, and if he does,
where does it go?
Where does it go? Does it actually go to the wall? And if he does not get the money, what is he going to do next?
Oh my God.
What you get?
Your secret's coming out. that the funds were unbalanced. There's money going to the family, the same way they did the inaugural fund. Kids are involved. Let it happen. They let it happen. It's not good.
Yeah, I'm getting proofs coming out too, because I've got America's watching now. They're aware, like, you keep taking this money for the wall and we're not seeing it materialize. Where's the money going? Someone's going to be talking about this because a lot of judgment's coming down on him. He's not going to get it. He's not going to get it.
I get there are people in office around him right now. This is my Republican card with the 10 of Pentacles, and then there's the Lovers. So he's got money that he either is getting or he needs to pay. But it's around a big conglomerate, like a big body of something, a big body of someone. There is the White House and the Sun. There will be reports that his wall is funded, because I get completion with the 4 wands, but I get the Sun as well. So there's confirmation. I don't know where the money came from. I don't think it came from the Pentagon, because here is something that changes perspective with the Hangman and then the 2 of Wands. So there's like there is currently right now with the 2 of Wands, something underway to bring about a change with the Death card that brings him his money. Not wall money, but his money. There is something he needs to pay, or someone he needs to pay, or someone that is involved with this 10 of Pentacles that is getting money. And that's where he's just trying to take it. The Queen of Swords is in the way, though. So there is something with the defense, or something with the law, or something with the statute that he can't get past. And then there's judgment in the end. So however he got it before is how he's going to have to get it again. But there is judgment upon what he's doing, which is why he can't get it from the Defense Department.
Yeah.
But there is money coming from somewhere. So he didn't get it off a tree, so he is going to take it from somebody.
I'm getting he's going to get a lot of attention on this over the cover up and gaslighting over his look. It looks like a flimsy little wall.
But it's kind of what that card is, the wall card.
Yeah, it's the flimsy little wall that you can see through. And so let's ask where the money's going that he's gotten so far. What did he do with it?
The family got a piece of it.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Well, he takes from everything else. Why would this be anything different if they can skim something off the top? That's what he does.
I'm surprised he hasn't tried to build a Trump hotel into the wall and have his name on it.
All right, so what's the question?
Where's the money going?
Where's the money going? Where's the wall money going? If I get the family card again, you guys.
The money he's already had for the wall, where did it go? And where's oh my, guess what fell out again?
Oh my gosh, that is a card for tonight. That is it.
Somebody's anxious. Oh, look what's on the bottom when I stop shuffling.
Oh, that's
somebody's anxious over this wall money. He owes money to these oligarchs. They're breathing down his neck, I guarantee you.
Wow. Yeah, I'm getting that, he wanted to start building it, but it just didn't go his way. So it's not going where it was supposed to go. Not at all. Nope. And he wanted to get some for himself, and it was diverted because the Knight of Wands is the squirrel card. Squirrel. Oh, wait, let's put it over here. Yeah. New opportunity. And we'll hear about it. And this is coming to light very soon.
Here's a prime example of Putin's puppet, because Trump usually shows up as the fool for me or the King of Pentacles. He's, if he's going to show up as a king, he usually shows up as King of Pentacles for me. But here's Putin and Putin's puppet, the little Page of Cups. Putin is his challenge, covering him. So he's trying to get this money. He's working on getting this money because, through the government. So that was his plan because of Putin and the oligarchs. So he's got an inside person that's been working on trying to get money for him. Things are heating up. They're getting ready to change because they're demanding more.
That makes sense. What'd you get, Johnny?
He's in partnership with somebody.
Oh boy.
I don't know who. But when you say family, that rings a bell to me. Like there is some, again, with that 10 of Pentacles, there's a conglomerate. There's a big body of something. The 6 of Pentacles is sharing. This is giving money out. This is taking orders. This is begging. This is doing all that. This is the quid pro quo. And I get the devil. And this devil is who he's giving the money to. But he's also getting, like, there's a request for money. This is not just, I owe you. This is, we're going to do this and you give us that. Because this is the 8 of Pentacles is that working relationship. So there is something they do periodically or annually or whatever it is. Temperance. So again, quid pro quo. There's a relationship. And every time I get the king and queen of the same suit, I always say it's a team effort. So I get the king and queen of swords. So it's Donald Trump and whoever that represents.
It's probably kind of like Elaine Chao and Mitch McConnell, how they're funneling money to contractors, in Kentucky, and then they donate to Mitch McConnell's campaign. So it's probably kind of like that. He's paying somebody for the wall and they're funneling money back to him.
And mind you, the devil is my religious card. The Hierophant for me is not religion. It's conformity, which could be religion, but it's not religious to me, even though it means religion for all of those learning it. But the devil is my religion card for me because the devil is directly connected to religiosity. Yep. And so it seems as though it may be either it's a big body though, whoever it is.
Yeah, for me, like the Hierophant, he's about institutions too. So he shows up for me for institutions like government.
In the government.
It's also the teacher.
Yeah.
The teacher, the sign of Taurus, and right, exactly what you said, fundamentals. But I've been shuffling my cards, and this card keeps coming out. The 3 of Pentacles. It's like the money, the money, the money, the money. Just working together. So the money trail coming out.
So let's go into bar. Let's get him.
Right.
So let's start with: is he going to testify to the House Judiciary Committee?
March 31st.
March 31st. Right. Will William Barr testify to the House? March 31st. There's actually a way he can get out of this somehow. I think they'll get him. He's going to try to evade. But I think they're going to get him because they have to be strong. They have to be patient and persevere. And then I think they get him in the end. So I'm not sure it's going to be exactly on the date because he tries to squirrel. He tries to.
He's the bully. He's the bully. I've got the bully card on the bottom. He's going to bully them back. So I'm getting the same thing. He's going to delay because he's kind of at a loss of what to do because there's so much coming out. His challenge, his emotions getting the best of him. He's showing up here as, the Republicans, the head of the family, like he's part of the family. But something surprising is going to happen to him. I think they're going to take a court action against him, like get a subpoena or something. something surprising, and it brings everything to an end. He's going to get knocked down to size.
Wow. What you got, Johnny?
Y'all go subscribe to Lori's channel. I put the link in the description or the chat thing right there. I get a yes. So I get Ace of Swords crossed by Ace of Cups. So here's that information and then that sort of new venture that he has to go upon. But I do get Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. There is an imbalance that they have to... He's the king of mask. So when he sits there and he says anything, I think it needs to be questioned because there is something very off balance about what he has to say. And so I also get the possible delay and I get the Tower. So he's trying to get this to end. But they have to approach this from a position of authority. They can't go in and try to compromise with Bill Barr. This is not that type of person. He is not an even keel person. He is not trying to see it from the other side. So hopefully these past few months that he has been the AG, they have learned their lesson not to go in with the kid gloves. They have to come from a position of strength. Otherwise, he's going to go in, lie, go out, and nothing's going to happen.
It'll be hysterical if they subpoena the AG.
So that was him
They're
testifying.
going to have to do something because he's, I don't know, something's not quite right at the beginning.
So you want to look at his case meddling.
Yeah, Rachel on Friday night was talking about, I think it was a New York Times article. I might be wrong on who she was quoting, but that Barr was meddling in cases known and not known to the public. So she was saying, so cases not known to the public, they're either sealed indictments or they're cases where there haven't been indictments yet. But known and unknown cases involving Trump. So what is Barr doing with Trump cases? Is he trying to get rid of all of them? Is he meddling in, like, there's 14 sealed indictments still that Amy Berman Jackson is sitting on, the judge that handled the a lot of the Mueller cases, like Manafort.
Thank you, me, myself, and I.
When I did my reading last Wednesday, I kept getting that Barr was trying to manipulate something with Amy. So I'm wondering if it's sealed indictments he's trying to throw out or something.
Because he is the one that came in and threw a wrench in the Mueller case, which we know has tons of sealed indictments.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe since Ligor and Igor and Migor, since they came out and had their whole thing, that he's like, okay, we can't have this again. We need to step in and make sure that this does not keep going this way.
Igor and Migor. How many?
Igor, Migor, and Moody Rudy.
How many? Do you know how many indictments there are sealed from Mueller's reports?
There's supposedly 14, but if you remember last year when Barr first started talking, he was saying that there are no sealed indictments.
Yes,
but when he testified, was like, yes, there are sealed indictments. Like,
I get it. He's trying to hang everything up. And he says he feels like there's a loss, but if he just is patient and persistent, he can make it get hung up. Like just distraction, and trying to take the attention away from the cases. And he feels that he will be victorious with that.
See, I get that, yes, he is definitely trying to, because I get the teamwork here with the King of Swords and the King of Cups, which is Barr and Trump. And there is a major change to something that is stored. And It's all crossed by the chariot. So this is something that he is definitely working on, working towards, if he hasn't already done it.
I got the chariot.
Yeah, I have new actions on the bottom. He's doing new things. Well, he's doing betrayal. And his challenge is people are watching him now. But he has people on his team that are working with him on it to bring an end to the cases, into the cycle. This is something he's done in the past too, guys, when he worked under Bush and Reagan. This is something he is known for, manipulating. He doesn't think he's in the power seat as the emperor. He's feeling quite smug, but he's getting too much attention on himself for his sneaky dealings that people are finding out about. And he's doing things like in stealth. He's doing things at night kind of thing. He may have to stop because too much attention is coming on him and he's getting the tower on him. Something is getting ready to break open about all this. So whether there's a whistleblower or some of these prosecutors, like the prosecutor that left, we should look at him next. Jonathan Kravis. He's the prosecutor that resigned.
Yeah, that would be good. What do we want to ask about him?
Will he?
But we got to do if Barr's going to resign.
Okay.
Okay, let's look at that first.
All right. Will William Barr resign? Bill Barr.
Will he resign?
Will he resign?
That question keeps popping up here too. So.
1,100 officials have called for his resignation. 1,100. There's an article on CNN today about that. Will Bill Barr resign?
Which is so funny because, like I keep saying about Trump and the Medusa, he is the Medusa. You get close to him, you turn to stone.
Ooh.
Bill Barr may be a person who is, crafty and conniving and all these other kind of E's, but one thing he is not is escapee. And so it's like you got close to Trump, and now he told everybody your business. And now you sending out tweets talking about you make it hard for me to break the law when you tell everybody I'm breaking the law. Okay.
You looked in Medusa's eyes.
Turn the stone.
Will he resign?
Oh, look, card of the night. I swear to God.
I get it finally, too.
Yeah, I could sit here and shuffle and shuffle and shuffle.
Wow, that's crazy, you guys. That's crazy. How many times has that happened?
I don't know. I have to go back and watch the video again and count.
Is he going to resign?
What'd you get?
I don't know. I don't get yes and no. Let me ask yes or no.
I'm getting he's thinking about stealing away, like in kind of a surprising thing, stealing away from the White House because of the judgment on him. But for some reason, he's waiting right now. Is he going to resign in the near future?
Because I get anxiety around messaging and then security and celebration. So I don't get yes. But I don't.
He's got.
I'm getting. There's an argument and lies. He will look at walking away. He is not committed to doing this right now. He doesn't really know what he's going to do. He thinks that he's in a position of power. Something's coming to an end, and justice will be brought.
Yeah, I'm getting. He thinks he's in strength too. That he thinks he's on higher ground, but there's still work he has to do. There's still stuff he's got to cover up with his team, with the people that he's working with. He's going to keep bullying through trying to end these cases, I think.
So who fires Bill Barr?
Me.
He can be impeached, but of course that wouldn't get through the Senate. He can be impeached just like
that's my whole thing. It's like they can't get rid of Stephen Miller, and everybody said get rid of him because he's a racist. Get rid of everybody because everybody's horrible, but nobody's gone anywhere. Anybody who leaves quits, except good people. They get fired.
I think what Jen Lynn said is right. He has to be impeached, and Pelosi said on the very last little clip of something I watched, he's going to be held in contempt because he lied.
And if he's held in contempt, he'll get disbarred.
Because I don't see him
That's
going.
where I'm going.
It's
If
like,
he's disbarred, then he's got to walk away.
I don't see him going anywhere.
Well, so we got two different things there.
I'm gonna do this.
I'm trying to think of a different way of asking it.
I'm just gonna ask: is he going to resign? And I'm gonna use the Endora cards.
The Endora cards?
Madam Endora, and see whether or not he will resign. Like, I don't get yes.
I'm getting, again, he thinks he's on higher ground and he's got things to manipulate still.
Because that's what I got was the 3 of Wands the last time. It's like if he goes anywhere, it's only going to be after he's done what he was supposed to do.
He may eventually meet an ending, but he's going to be bullying and burdening people before that. He's got plans he hasn't started yet.
Yeah, there's going to be a huge struggle. It's going to be drama, trauma, shock, drama, trauma to the 10th degree. So people are bringing cases against him. He's in the fight of his life.
Because I get Hand of Fate, which means that forces beyond your control intervene. So he should be, if you let the law do its thing. But then there's hindrance. And this card literally says fate has been blocked. And so it's like there is something that stops him from being thrown out. And then I get the Siren. So like eventually, sure, but right now, no.
When you held up the Hand of Fate, it looked like a ghost hand to me, the way it was glowing. I flashed on, that's because he's the ghost hand for Trump that handles everything for Trump.
Wow.
So if we can't get the administration to take him out, then he's not going. John Kravis.
So maybe we should ask, will he get disbarred? Because they are investigating him with the Bar Association too.
Will Bard get disbarred?
Will Bard get disbarred?
Okay, is that what we're asking?
Uh-huh.
Will Bard get disbarred? Will he lose his legal license?
Somebody's working on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have a couple of friends that are that I'm very close to that are attorneys, and if you file an investigation, an inquiry, that's problematic all in of itself. Like it's a huge mark against them. Really big. Yeah, they're gonna do it.
I get, the Sun, my yes card, first card. So I would say, yeah, I don't know when. I was just asking when, and here we go again. 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 of Wands.
Okay, they're going to make him an offer he can't refuse if he wants to go free. That's what I get. If you want to keep your legal license and you want to go free, then you better accept this offer and we'll let you go.
Yeah. The talisman is something physical. So that would be his not always physical, but it's his law degree or his law license. And then there is fidelity. So he has support because I got all these other cards that say support. But then there's the Raven. And the Raven speaks about something approaching that is not so nice. And on the little caption that says darkness looms on the horizon. So doom is approaching. And then the Black Cat card is about trying to figure something out. It's like equivalent to the Moon card in the tarot. And so it's going to be called into question. I don't get an outcome on whether it's not or whether it is going to happen, but it will be called into question. And then I draw the moon. The moon is actually like the sun in this deck. It's illumination, but illumination through the darkness. So he will be investigated. I don't get what comes out after that, but he will be investigated. Now we'll go to John Kravitz. Who is he again?
He was the prosecutor who, in the Stone case, that when Barr pulled his stunt, he not only, was pulled off the case or quit the case, he left the DOJ entirely. He was pissed off. So I want to know, is he going to be talking? Is he going to be testifying to the House? What is he going to say? Is he going to talk to Judge Berman about what happened at DOJ? Because Judge Berman supposedly wants to know. So maybe we should look at Judge Berman's from her perspective first, if she's going to talk to Jonathan Kravitz.
I was reading something. Well, wait a minute. Let me do this first before I get off topic. John Kravitz.
Will he be talking to Judge Amy Berman? Just got to pull 3 cards.
I think he's trying to come up with something, the magician, but he knows that many in the world are against him, and it's all about the money. So he's already been slandered, but he's trying to hatch a plan. He knows there's disgruntled people and arguments, but he has secrets. So he's not revealing it quite yet, but he will. So see on the bottom, he wants to be free from this. So I don't know how much he's going to get involved in this.
I got he has information too.
Yeah, he knows about the sneakiness of Trump and the inside man at the DOJ, which would be Barr, and the betrayal that went on. Someone is investigating this, and I don't know if this is Nancy Pelosi, like he talks to her, or if this is Judge Amy Berman in investigative mode, because she wants to know, like, okay, what happened? Why are these prosecutors off and these are on? And the sentencing guidelines changed and blah, 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 blah. She's already asking questions. Something's getting ready to change. He's juggling. I think there's a strong possibility he will cooperate with the judge. Tell her something. Get pulled in.
I also think it's important to note that someone might pay him to be silent.
There is, so here's him defending with the 7 of Wands, and then I get the 4 of Pentacles crossing that. He has information or has documents or has something in his possession that's under lock and key that somebody on the opposing side wants or needs. And it could be possibly Roger Stone, because he wants a new case. It could possibly be something that either they didn't need or didn't use, or they have or had and didn't bring forth into court. Because there is the Ace of Wands, so the new action, and I've got the 10 of Pentacles. It's around the Barr and the Republicans and all those. So it's around the opposition. So somebody wants information that this man has. But there is an agreement with the government, someone in the government with the Knight of Cups and the Hierophant, that he may talk to someone, but after he does, he doesn't want this. It's kind of like Mueller. Like Mueller, it says, once I do my thing, let me go away. And because I get the 10 of cups, so he talks to somebody, there's somebody at the center of attention, so possibly a judge, since she's at the center of it all, or someone like that. Then I get the page of cups, so he's going to be spilling something to somebody. But I don't see him like trying to be a Avenatti where he's on news 24 hours a day.
So
Yeah.
ask this as you guys are getting, he's like reluctant. Ask, why is he reluctant to talk? Because he was so pissed off he quit the DOJ after years of service. Is he worried about his retirement or
It's something to do with money.
his pension? He's worried about his pension, like McCabe got screwed out of his.
You'll get that back. They're asking for favors.
It's money.
It is money. They're asking for favors.
Mhm. That's what I get to is the Ace of Pentacles. And Ace of Pentacles and the Justice card and the Five of Swords. It's like this could be a McCabe thing to where maybe he doesn't want to be screwed in the end because I get the Lovers and the Ace of Swords. So he thinks he's on the right side and he doesn't want to constantly come up against higher powers, but he is also slighted. And so people who are slighted, especially when they're high in emotion, they want revenge. So I think that may be his way of getting it without coming out in public and doing it. Like you can't trace what the opposition knows back to me. But he is sort of in fear of his security, like his position. Because then who was it that left? Has he left the DOJ?
He left the DOJ entirely. He quit the Stone case and he left the DOJ.
He resigned completely. The other
all of
three
the
just left the case, right?
yeah.
The other three are still at the DOJ, but they left the case. They resigned from the case.
Because these are supposed to be, according to, because I was watching somebody, and they said these are the plum jobs. These are the jobs everybody wants because, you know, they're really, really cushy jobs. And so you don't just leave it on a whim. This is high emotion we're dealing with here. But he feels extremely slighted. So he's going to talk to somebody.
Good question. I got to let my cat in. Sorry.
Okay.
So he feels very slighted. So let's go to, why is Lindsey Graham against Giuliani? Or why does he seem to be against Giuliani?
Yeah. Why is he suddenly against Giuliani? Why is he? It's really interesting because, Trump said, who's my Roy Cohn, right? So he gets Barr in there to be his Roy Cohn. Well, Roy Cohn is who took down the mafia, or who represented the mafia in New York in the 70s and 80s. He was their lawyer. Then you have Giuliani, who came into New York and took out a bunch of mafia people, right? As a prosecutor, as the AG. Somebody who was against the mafia, somebody that was for the mafia, protected them. When did Giuliani flip? Why is he suddenly now working with like Russian mafia and stuff?
It's the same thing we talked about. Giuliani, Barr, Graham. Graham was best friends with McCain. They've all gone from good to bad. What happened? What's the spin? What happened?
Yeah. So our question we're asking is about Lindsey Graham. Why is he suddenly against Giuliani? Because he's giving him a hard time now.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
I did a reading, whatever day that was, because Lindsey Graham is questioning the information that Giuliani brought back from the Ukraine, saying that it could be propaganda. And it is. But what makes you say that? Because he said he doesn't want to be the Michael Steele of this whole Russia thing. But Giuliani, Trump got on. Who was talking to Geraldo Rivera the other day? And he said, Revolvo.
Okay, Astro.
He said, what is, do you feel that it was a mistake to send Giuliani to the Ukraine? Trump has always said he did not send Giuliani to the Ukraine. And Geraldo said, do you feel that was a mistake? He said, no, it was not a mistake. So he just admitted to sending him there.
Yeah, good. You're right.
But Lindsay is bullying Giuliani. That's what I get first card. He's bullying him. It's like Lindsay's trying to hang on to his chain with the devil. He's afraid of something that Giuliani will do that will break his chain to the devil. And it's about money. It's also about the entire Republican Party being chained to the devil. He's trying to delay Giuliani. He's trying to delay any information he brings. What are you guys getting?
What you getting? Well, I get that there is, he's trying to get this, he understands how this looks in the media with the whole Giuliani doing your dirty work. And this is actually, he's trying to get an ending to that. Like I get the Four of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So he wants an ending to this whole action, this work that he keeps doing for him. But there is, because he feels as though it's kind of a burden with the Nine of Wands. Like this is starting to get too far. It's kind of already is, but tell mid-julep that. But he thinks that this is going a little off the rails, and it's almost to a point where they can't control it. And there are probably murmurings going on in the House from the Democrats or from the House Democrats. And they're starting to figure things out. Now, I think they already know, but he is now starting to hear that they know. And I say that the Republicans are criminals, not all of them, but a lot of them, especially in the Trump sphere. And they probably think that they're getting away with half the things they do. And then when they come to realize that, oh, Nancy knows this and Schiff knows that and Nadler knows this and Maxine Waters knows that, then they start to get a little scared. So I think he's trying to probably put a damper on Giuliani because things are going a little too far in the public. So that's what I get.
And I get that too. I think you're absolutely right. Lindsey Graham, he knows, secrets, and Giuliani is feeling a little bit embattled. And the two aces is the change of places, what took place in the Ukraine. And I think Graham thinks that Giuliani is going to come up with charges.
So here's what I want to know, because I did this reading the other day. I want to see what y'all get. The information that Giuliani brought back, is that propaganda or is it true?
Okay.
Or is it both? I get it was both, but I want to see what y'all get.
Giuliani, the messages that he brought back, the information he brought back from Ukraine, is it false or true? Is it lies or is it?
Because Lindsey Graham says he fears that what Giuliani brought back was propaganda, and they don't want to be set up in the media as portraying propaganda as truth, like the Steele dossier.
They don't want it. They don't want any part of it.
No, he doesn't want it.
Nope. They do not want it. This is on its side. It feels like it's gossip and it's shaky and that people will do anything for money. So
yeah. I get that the judgment, not just of like all the Republicans on it, is that it was paid for. So they're trying to delay anything coming out. It's drawing too much attention to relationships with Putin. And there's the hidden agenda of why they got this information, because it's propaganda from Putin that Nancy's looking at it and her team of Dems. So, it's propaganda.
So let's see. Trump and Letitia James. Let's go, Trump.
Well, let's see. Trump tweets Governor Cuomo in New York, and he's trying to do quid pro quo blatantly in a tweet to try to bring an end to the lawsuits in New York, against his family, and is giving Cuomo a hard time over the travelers fast track thing, where they come back into the U.S. and they're fast tracked through customs and all that, which is a big deal in New York. They have a lot of international travelers, right? So he's like quid pro quoing him, blackmailing him really to try to get these cases dropped. And Letitia James answers Trump's tweet and says, it's not up to Governor Cuomo, it's up to me. So she was like basically putting Trump in his place. So what's going on, Letitia? We going to see some lawsuits and indictments soon?
It's going to be triumphant.
I know she's waiting on the taxes stuff, that's gone to the Supreme Court, but what's going on, Letitia?
She was like, he doesn't file this, I do. So
yeah,
I'll stop when you stop breaking the law. That's
She's got his number. 555 devil.
You know what's going to hit the fan? Kaboom!
Trump Tower in New York.
Tower. She's let some things slide. She did let some things slide, but she's done with that. She was blocked from something.
She's waiting on the taxes, so she's been blocked from that.
Ooh, she's thinking and she's planning about the money. Planning. What'd you get?
I guess she's moving into action after a delay here. So I feel like she's getting ready to move into action against the whole family. It's still a little bit undetermined of when, and it's because she's waiting on that court case. She's waiting on the information about the money and the contracts. She needs the family finances.
That's what she wants.
She's a little unclear right now because she doesn't have everything she needs yet.
Yeah, she's waiting just a little bit more. She's got the 7 of Pentacles.
Yeah,
it's a slow road with seven. It's definitely with the 7 of Pentacles, because that Knight of Pentacles says the same thing. But there is the Ace of Swords, so there is some truth that is coming in. It's just going to come in slowly, and it may even trickle in. But the stuff from overseas, I'm not sure what she's looking at with that, but that is still blocked currently.
bank accounts.
But there is strength around justice. There's the justice card. And then there is the court system with the judge or judges or higher courts. So she has got something statewide that she is going to be introducing. So no pardon. So statewide, she is going to be introducing something to the court. This may be a whole 7 months from now. This is not something around the corner. But there is something she has that she is going to bring into the courts, and it is about Donald Trump. It does cost him money. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with him taking him out of office and putting him in jail and all that. But I get the 10 of Swords, and then I get the greed with the 9 of Cups. So it does
on
cost
state charges, correct me if I'm wrong, on state charges, he can't use the lawyers, that the taxpayers are paying for. It's states. It's not like federal things where he uses his lawyers. He's got to pay for his own lawyers.
Yeah, he does. I do believe.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, it costs him. Like whatever the case is going to cost him some money. So I don't know if it's like he has a fine or whatever it is, but something cost him some money in the end. So yes, she's got something she's bringing into the court. She does have victory on it. So whatever she's bringing, it does work.
Yeah, she got the Ace of Wands on the bottom, so she's bringing the club. She's gonna beat him down.
Mm-hmm. Well, good for her. Somebody's doing the job.
So I'm curious, is she going to have enough to get him on RICO charges?
Let's see.
Will she have enough to get him on?
Trump or anyone in his family, will she have enough to get him on RICO charges?
I get that she's been following him for a long time and all of his magician moves. She's had her eye on him for a long time, and she's going in hard. What y'all get?
She's coming up as Queen of Wands for me. She's never done that before.
I get that she's going to be victorious. 9 of Pentacles as the outcome.
I got the inside man guy on the bottom, and I wonder if that's what's that old man's name that ran as Trump org?
Weisselberg,
or Weisselman, whatever his name is. I think she's been getting information from him. She's kind of resting on all of it right now, but I'm getting that she has stuff on his thievery that brings big changes, and she's got satisfaction. There is an offer to put him away. I think to me, that's a yes. She's going to have enough to get him on someone in the family on RICO charges.
I got a yes.
I get the 10 of Pentacles. There's family. And then there is the victory card here and the Lover's card. I get the Ace of Wands that came out reversed though. So there is some there's like a little more. This is like the Ace of Wands is initial. This is initial action. This is the beginnings of an idea. This is not a beginning. This is something continuation from someone before. And that's what this could be. This could be Barbara Underwood. She's a and she was there before Letitia James. So this could be a continuation since I got that Ace of Wands reversed.
And Barbara continued to work with her for a little bit after she took over.
She sure did.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wow, that was interesting.
So let's go continue on with work and see what is Hope Hicks doing for Jared Kushner?
Going out dress shopping for him, or what is she up to?
I did not say what came to my mind first. Oh my.
Say it if you want to.
Still one of my favorite readings of Johnny's. Why are all these women in dresses coming up?
What is Hope Hicks doing for Jared?
Oh, mercy.
You know, she was home free. She was home free. It's like when lightning hits your car and you get out and you don't touch any metal, you're good. If you try to go back in, boom, you're gone.
What did she leave for in the first place?
Well, Mueller, she had to testify, and Mueller was coming in, and it was like, I got to get out of here.
And now that the dust is settled, she thinks the dust is not settled.
The coast is cleared. I'm coming back.
You came back at the worst time.
The stove again. She tried to get back into the car. I'm telling you, it's so bad. All right. Well, here's the dresses.
What was the idea?
Let's just put it up like the girl.
The whole closet.
Oh, mercy.
Oh my goodness. What's she coming back to work with Jared for?
Oh my God. Why do I have the lover's card?
Okay, if it's dresses, it's clingy dresses.
That's what everybody was wondering about is what's going on between those two.
Wow.
Clingy dresses. Did you say Spanx?
I said Spanx. You said clingy. I said Spanx.
She's getting him Spanx. Oh, this reading just
went off the rails.
went
Oh
off.
my God. So I have the lover's card and information. I don't work. Okay, so maybe working on partnerships, or could she be a go-between between Jared and Ivanka to try to mellow it out with the mango Mussolini, as Becca calls it?
Yeah, I've been kind of getting that too.
Yeah, I get mouthpiece in Donald Trump.
All right.
She's victorious with them. She's definitely trying to help the devil find balance.
Yeah.
Because she's understands his sneaky ways. It's something she's done in the past too. It's work that she knows. She knows how to temper him. So she's just kind of hanging on. But I've got justice crowning it. She's stuck in this somehow.
I got it.
She
Here's the question then.
She thinks she's done, because Mueller's gone, but she's still stuck in it. She's still going to face something legal, I'm getting.
Because I get 2 of Swords and 5 of Pentacles. So Here's my question. What's going to happen to her now that she's there?
Let me ask, because something
looks kind of ugly right now.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen to Hope Hicks down the road? Now that she's back in, she touched the stove. She touched that hot stove again. Don't touch that stove.
Looking around the corner at Medusa.
That's what you call less than smart.
Yeah. You can, like if you watch, what's that movie where the guy, he's like looking at Medusa, like with her reflection in a shield, Perseus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you have to look like at him through a mirror at her.
Yeah.
Turns herself into stone.
That emotional, she wants the money. It's hard for her to let go of the control. She has control. It's money. They offered her some bucks. They offered her some bucks.
Because I keep getting the inkling that someone else is on the way out, and maybe possibly she gets their job.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Something that we don't know about, and she's going to feel victorious.
Yeah, she gets a new start, and something that she's victorious with. It's going to happen soon too. But there's something that she's burdened by, because I was asking what's going to happen to her. There's something she's burdened by. It has to do with cover-ups and the devil, who she tries to keep in balance. Mm-hmm. She knows about some cover-up, and it's going to bring her cover-up and stealing. Brings judgment on her.
Wow.
And she loses.
What do you get?
I get 7 of Swords and 7 of Pentacles. So she is biding her time. There is a strategy behind her waiting for someone else to be out. Now, mind you, when I did the Donald February reading, I do see that there is somebody else, possibly a prominence, going out. And there is the offer with the Knight of Cups and then the Eight of Pentacles. So this is her new job. So she is getting a new job. It has something to do. Trump created some imbalance. This is him directly with the Fool card and the Two of Pentacles. So there is the imbalance that he created. And then the Two of Cups. This is the relationship between the two. This is her new opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles. And so she is getting a new job pretty soon.
So ask what the job is.
And why do you want it?
What is her new job?
Yeah, what is the job that she's going to be getting? Because I'm getting a weird answer here because I already laid some cards on that. I'm like, what's she getting? What's she getting? I want to see if you get the same thing.
New job. She's subservient. Oh my God. She could be, she's, look what I got. Could she become Speaker of the House? I mean, could
She's going to be a mouthpiece.
Press secretary. Press secretary.
That's what I was thinking.
Not Speaker of the House. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Stephanie Grisham is there now. She ain't did a press conference in 15 years, but she's there, and she, you know, she's taken up for Trump. But
ask this then, because what I got is, because this is my Mike Pence card, changing into a woman.
Ooh.
When he goes.
VP.
Really?
Because I get like action. I get, this is my card for media, and then changing perspective, causing confusion. So I get like media person, like something to do with media.
Yeah, like being in the limelight. Like this, like the for the.
That would make more sense. So I was kind of thrown when I was getting my Mike Pence card. It's like,
what? You know, hey, it's not, but could he really actually do that? Have you noticed how Nikki Haley is like, all of a sudden she was all in the news and then she's just dropped out, just like Kellyanne Conway.
Mm-hmm. Same thing.
Somebody asking what deck you're using.
Yes.
So
I'm going to ask a yes, no. Are they looking at her for VP?
VP.
all right. Is Trump looking at picks for VP? Is that what we're asking?
She could be campaign manager.
What are we asking?
Yeah, I asked if they were looking at her for BP. I've got like, you know, big center of attention, a change. She's got a lot of anxiety, but like second in command, king, second in command to the emperor.
Is she old enough?
How old do you have to be?
You got to be at least 35 to run for president.
He wants to keep her and he wants to put her in a position of power. That's for sure. It's sort of addictive. This is a codependent relationship. You know, like she doesn't know how to live her life without him, and he doesn't know how to live his life without her. It's weird.
So he depends on her for something.
Yeah, he does in a weird way.
Mm-hmm. That's what I get. I get Ace of Pentacles and Nine of Cups. So whatever her opportunity is, it involves him directly because I get the Fool as well. And it's something that's like she's close by. Like this is his desires and wishes card. Like whatever it is that he needs done, he depends on her directly to do it.
He depends on her to move quickly into action on something too. You know, like
put
out the fires.
Yeah, and he sort of controls her. You know, he's got control over, and he's like, won't let her go. He keeps reeling her in.
She's trapped in that.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you go to the swamp. Medusa strikes again.
So maybe this is a good time to ask, what does Medusa see when they look in their own mirror? What does Trump see when he looks in his own mirror?
Because typically, it should be to where Medusa sees her reflection and she turns to stone. That's the way to defeat her or to cut her head off. So what does Donald Trump see when he looks in the mirror? Does he, because narcissism is very real within him, and does he see a failure, and then in public he's trying to big himself up? That's why he keeps giving us, I'm the best at everything. Or does he see himself as a wonderful person?
You might need that deck out that has the Medusa in it.
Let's look and see. What does he see?
Excuse me. He sees himself young, viral, healthy, slim. You know,
even his mirror's locked. Let's see. What does he see?
He's worried. He's anxious. He knows he's been a fool. He tries to defend himself. He has a lot of judgment that came from his mother, and that keeps repeating itself in his head. Comments that were made by his mother, and he didn't feel the love. It's on the side.
That's where his narcissism started.
Yeah. He sees illusion. He needs to hold the light a little closer, is what I heard. He needs to shine the light a little closer to that mirror because he sees illusion. You know, that sense of nostalgia, like, you know, only I can fix this and everything. And, you know, the full, he loves himself.
He does.
He
loves himself. He loves himself.
He doesn't feel good. He loves himself, but he doesn't. He has Judge Judy in his head when he looks at that mirror. He hears his mother's comments.
I get the sun. The sun in this deck means stable. So this is the
stable genius.
Stable genius.
And right after that, I get the kings. So here's the stable king, the stable genius. Right after that, this is the wyvern. The wyvern is about good luck and good fortune. The green man, this is supposed to be love for other people, but this is love for himself, or he thinks that everyone loves him, which is why he takes it so personally when someone slights him. Like he wanted to sue Bill Maher for the whole orangutan thing. And then what comes right after that is the Harlequin. This is the mask card. This is hiding your true self. And then that, just like the Page of Swords, the unicorn means like virility and youth and all that type of stuff. So he still thinks he's that young man because his sport has changed to golf and he always wins because they let him. So he thinks he's, you know, now why he thinks that is because the people around him let him think that. But
yeah. It's
on his scorecard. He cheats on his scorecards.
Yeah.
It's like the Fox News loop, you know, they're like, everybody around him is like a loop back to him to just keep brainwashing him and just reinforcing his beliefs about himself.
But hey, if he was a person, you know, who didn't believe in himself, we'd all say he should believe in himself. So fine. It's just the only problem is he's president. That's when it becomes a problem. So, well, seeing as how he believes in himself, will he debate a Democrat?
Oh, really?
I was getting in some of the readings. I was looking at some of the political candidates, and I really think it's too early to get a clear answer on who's going to win. And I don't think it's really going to matter who wins. But a lot of people are so undecided. I can't get a clear answer. But I get he's afraid of Amy Klobuchar for some reason.
He doesn't like women. Unless he
Warren too. They're both. Well, okay. So Warren's Harvard grad professor. Where did Klobuchar? Is she Harvard too?
I don't remember, but yes, she starts every debate by talking about, we aren't going to have 4 more years of Trump. She's like in his face over it, calling him on everything, as opposed to attacking the other candidates. She's attacking Trump.
He's going to get an invitation, but he's going to blow up about it. He's going to say, I don't want to do that. He's afraid. He's truly afraid of this. I get that he will, though, that he will meet with somebody up on the stage.
Because the reason he paced around Hillary Clinton is because he wasn't getting the best of her, and this was going on too long. Geminis, they're very good with their words, but they don't have argument stamina. So it's like the longer this goes on, the more frustrated he becomes, because it's like, okay, I said my part already. We just need to stop this. But he's imbalanced with the Republicans. So someone's trying to prep him right now. But there is an action around like a coalition. Like you have to be able to go in with the attacks at the debate. So if he can't get the attacks, then he may not want to. Like he wants Biden so he can bring up Hunter. He wants somebody there to where he can bring up really bad things, like a Bloomberg and stop and frisk or something.
He wants to manipulate who's there.
Yes. Thank you, Alan. And that's his thing. Like he wants out of this media thing if he can manipulate who is there.
I get the same thing, because it's like he's looking to Putin because he's afraid of losing, and he's got all that anxiety. There it is again.
Wow, that is amazing.
He's looking to Putin to help him win, help him hang on. But I get for all the votes in China, he's not going to be there for a debate. He'll be gone before a debate.
So let's like we did for the 3 of Cups and the Fool. Let's pull that 9 of Swords to the side. Why does it keep coming up?
Good question.
Why the anxiousness? Because right now he's supposed to be in victory lap mode because he just got acquitted. Yes. Like why? Why is it there?
Does that happen? I mean, I've watched you guys a lot, and
like we get the devil a lot because we understand,
We went through a spell of getting the 3 muses, the 3 of Cups, over and over and over.
And the Queen of Swords. Like those are the things we understand. But why does he feel anxious about anything? He's got Barr protecting him. He's got Mnuchin. He's got
he's doing his victory lap.
He just got acquitted by all of the Senate except Mitt Romney. So it's like,
tell us why we keep getting the 9 of Swords.
Why so serious, Batman?
What's keeping you up at night? What's bringing you nightmares?
And maybe it's when is retrograde? It's coming soon, isn't it? Like the 20th or something?
No, it's already now. Yeah, no, it already happened yesterday.
Ain't that heightened dreams too since the full moon?
Yeah, I didn't want to have my dental surgery during Mercury retrograde. All right.
Let me ask the question. Why so anxious? So, okay. What'd you get, Lori?
Well, he feels under attack.
Yeah.
And he just wants to try to keep working things the way he's been working them before. But he knows the sword of justice is coming for him.
Got that too.
Yep, and he feels like if he just is strong, he can get through with his deals and money making. But he's completely, he knows this is the elephant in the room card. He knows that the one big thing he doesn't want to come out is going to come out. He keeps thinking it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to even talk about if it could happen. I don't want to talk about it, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, I get he's worried about his own security here on the bottom, but it's like, he knows he can't keep blocking the government and he can't block the Supreme Court. So I think he's worried about his taxes coming out. Trying to manipulate it, but somebody's going to shine a light on it. He's worried about those things that he has personally manipulated himself, the light getting shown on it and passing judgment on it.
And then I forgot to look, before you go, Jenny, I forgot to look at the bottom card. He's broke.
All his stuff is borrowed. I get my America. This is the Queen of Pentacles. If it's not reflecting, then the devil is what crosses it. And he has a betrayal to the country because of his office. There is some recklessness that he has, this is the White House. Recklessness he has participated in. There is justice and messaging around his secrets. He is very worried about the taxes for whatever reason. So there is that. And then in the end, there is the outcome. Now, in this spread, I use the Celtic Cross. The fear card is quarrel, bickering, and politics with the 5 of Wands. So he is anxious because too much is coming out about him. Now, funny thing is, thank you, Joanne. Funny thing is, he does not have any cases brought against him right now. He has not been convicted of anything. He is probably being sued, but it probably doesn't matter. Barr is blocking things, Mnuchin is blocking things. Like, he has everything in the world to feel good about, but in here, he cannot escape. Wow. He cannot escape in his brain.
Yeah.
But let's ask this, because if Barr knows about things that are not public, non-public cases like sealed indictments or cases where he hasn't been indicted yet, has Barr told him, you've got cases against you? And that's making him anxious.
Yes. Yes, it has.
If that's part of what's adding to his anxiety.
Oh, boy.
Like, dude, you got 20 cases against you. That wall's going to come tumbling down. Looky there.
There it is now. I swear. I'm going to rename this the Nine of Swords stream.
Yeah.
You see that, Lori? He just pulled the Nine of Swords.
Oh, my gosh. Again. But, he knows this. He knows that his plans are going awry. He knows that these cases are coming to the end. He's put them off and put them off and put them off. And now he hears about it. If you can only delay lawsuits with, countersuits and other things to buy you some time. And then you can only lie so much. And then it happens. So, yes. And he's going to be seen as the fool.
I get that he's, it's the unknown cases, the hidden cases that put him in defense mode. He'll come out attacking, but there's also the inside guy. There's, that's Barr telling him, like, hey, you got these cases. And the fool, his thievery is in that. There's something about him stealing the election, I feel. And working with Russia and manipulation with Putin. So I think one of those sealed indictments that from Mueller has to do with his manipulation in the election.
Yeah, something's coming very quickly.
Yeah, something's coming, sort of truth coming real fast, sort of an illumination through the courts.
What did you get, Johnny?
Thank you, Laura. So I laid it out sort of a double line of 5, but I read them one on top of the other. I read them in connection. And the anxiety comes around the Three of Pentacles. So all that dealing and commissioning and dirty money and all that. And then I get, this is his GOP, and the Temperance is that quid pro quo. And then I get security around family. So this is family money, how you got it, where it came from. I get the inside man around William Barr. And then I get mystery around seeded money and stuff he's waiting to come in, or stuff that he has invested in, or investments. So there is, the moon is around that. So there is mystery around where his money goes and where it came from. So tax returns. So yeah, he has.
I just asked in my head, is he taking something for anxiety? You know, if he's so anxious, and what's on the bottom? The anxiety card. It's like taking something to block him, and it's making him more talkative. So that's hence all the tweets, whatever they're giving him for anxiety is making him more communicative. And it's causing his own destruction, you know? So they're trying to watch him, but it's making him more communicative, and he's
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I get that too. These are my cards for pills and bloodstream. So there is something in him for anxiety.
like, it's not the Adderall, it's something for anxiety they're giving him.
This is new.
Like, you might have to have, like, the Adderall will bring him up, but you might like to have Xanax to bring him down to go to sleep. You know, that's not unheard of.
Usually downers don't make you talkative. Usually you get quieter, you know, on a downer. Whatever they're giving him is making him more chatty. So he's tweeting more. He's, you know, talking more. You know,
He has to sleep, right?
4 hours a day, 4 or 5.
Oh, God.
There's a Gemini brain. They didn't sleep on them. Well, let's keep on with him. Does he have an escape plan? Do any of them have an escape plan? Like, if they feel as though, okay, since he's so anxious, that it's not funny, but it's funny how, like, a paranoid person, like, sees police lights outside, and you know what you did, but nobody else knows what you did, but you know what you did, and you think they're coming for you, even though they're just going down the street.
And that's the Nine of Swords. You know, that's totally the Nine of Swords. There's paranoia.
Do they have an escape plan since, you know, he's
paranoid now? Is he jumping out of the window at the White House?
there's some sort of blind at the White House with it pulled down,
like peeking through the blinds.
I could just see his leg going out the window trying to get away.
I was just going out here to putt a few around on the greens in the rose garden.
Oh, Lord.
I can't think with this. I think Elizabeth Warren is going to really hit him with something hard. I'm not quite sure what it is, but something coming there.
They're working on it. Yeah.
They have an escape.
They're working out the details.
What's so funny?
Okay, so Spirit's just got a sense of humor on this one. Oh my gosh. Yep. You know, it's like when the devil's in defense mode, you know, when he's all caught, you know, escaping from the White House. I have my yes card, like how to get out of here. His problem is, you know, the rest of America, and how does he manipulate that, like to get out of the country? Because he feels like if he stays here, he's got an ending and he has to face the courts and he's going to have fines and he's going to have all these new starts. And everybody has been working with him is going to get drawn into judgment. It's really funny. It's sad. It's sad.
What'd you get, Billy?
What'd you get? Thank you, Jim.
What did you get?
I get that he wants, I'll say it that way, somewhere to go, but the place that he can go or that he wants to go seems to be blocked from him. So it's kind of like if he can keep his job, then sure, you can come here. But if you don't keep this position, we don't have any use for you. Because where are you getting your money from? Like this is not free. We're not your buddies. We're your, business partner. Because I get the tower around the work or around the place that, he would do something day to day. But the emperor crosses it all. This is my foreign leader card. So you have the Queen of Cups and the Knight or the King of Wands. So this would either be his children here, but there is an imbalance in between everything. So this is not something where he doesn't have a safe haven. Like, okay, if you have an escape plan, but your escape plan may have other ideas.
Okay, so there's one thing that I am getting here. Somehow going to try to use beliefs, religion, and money for an escape somehow. I don't know how that's going to come into play, but there's going to play on people's beliefs.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Because what you could do, because his core crowd could see him as a victim and could want that for him to maybe go to the Vatican, since all of them went over there, or go to somewhere like that since it's its own city, go somewhere where he could be safe from American persecution. So it could be. Now, well, speaking of, since we're almost at 2, so we can stay along the lines of religion here. So Jen told a story that I would like you to repeat.
Reverend Dave Daubenmire.
Who is that?
He's a reverend in Ohio. He is threatening to sue Pepsi, the NFL, and the cable company, and he would like people to join him in a class action lawsuit, and he would like a lawyer. He's threatening to sue over the fact that he got too aroused watching the Super Bowl halftime show, watching Shakira and J-Lo.
Oh my God.
Like he couldn't just turn the channel. Oh, look, we got Bruiser up here now. Bruiser's my cat that's on my
oh my God. Okay.
So, Pastor Reverend Dave Daubenmire, is he going to get people to work with him on a lawsuit? Is he going to have a lawsuit, and will it be successful? Because he got too aroused watching Shakira and J-Lo. And he kept, in the viral video, he kept going on and on about how J-Lo's 50 years old, and that people don't watch, I don't want to say it because I don't want to get Johnny's video demonetized. What's another way of saying it, Johnny?
We can say it.
That people don't watch porn sites to watch 50-year-old women. And I'm kind of like, well, how do you know what they watch for? And yet there are sites that are specifically for older women. But how does he know that? Because
Is that bastard gonna get any?
watching the porn site, I don't know. Anyway, it's the craziest video I think I've seen in a long time.
Suing the NFL. He's a pastor, mind you.
A pastor.
He's suing the NFL because he got aroused for watching
He's
it.
in trouble. he might have some problems here.
He's got a lot of problems here.
The popo might be coming for him.
Well,
He might get put in a little straitjacket.
I would say he's a nut job, but that might go the wrong way, I think.
Well, he's mentally unstable.
He is mentally unstable. I get that. But he is going to have some legal issues.
Yeah, he's had problems on the internet.
Yeah, he's doing some sneaky things. His challenge is to get people to join him, to bond with him over it.
What?
He's not balanced, and I have the loon, which is my mental unstable card. He's trying to move into action, but I get that he's got legal issues he's going to be paying for from women.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
He's in trouble with the women. light's going to be shown on that. Ooh, we're going to hear more about Reverend Dave. Multiple women. It's a little manhandling women.
I get possibly payments of one, a working girl. I'll say it that way.
And manhandling them.
Around his church, there is momentum here. There is something either with a congregation or a church. I don't know if he has his own church, but there are some money problems with the church because there's a woman here and he could have paid the woman with church funds. It could possibly be. This is why all that's coming up at the same time. Because I don't get usually like if in the positions of the Celtic Cross, sometimes I get a disconnected message. Like, this means this, and then this means this, and you can tie them together if you want. All four of these cards are basically the same thing. So he's paid for somebody with church funds.
So he got too aroused watching the Super Bowl and went out and got some church money. And
This has happened before. But there is going to be a problem too with the tower and the paid cups. So he possibly has a relationship that is going to hit the airwaves that he did not need because the turn of fate is in his sphere card. So something's about to go very wrong. His hope was for money. He did this for money, which tells me that yes, he does have a mental affliction because you should know.
He needs to pay back the church fund, so he needs to win a lawsuit.
He's got to put the money back, but that was the wrong people to sue because judgment's coming, and then I get the death card around the judgment card, so it's not going to work for you, buddy.
He thinks it's going to work for him. He thinks he's going to get money.
Well, thank you, Lori. I'm going to put your thing back in here. This is Lori's channel, everybody.
That's so much fun. I hope
Go and subscribe.
A wonderful rest of your evening and a great Monday. And keep me in the prayer circle, Jenn, John.
Yep.
She's having surgery on what, Tuesday?
Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning.
Keeping our angels with you and keeping you in the prayer circle.
Okay.
So thank you all very much for joining us here on Sunday. We will be on Jen's channel next week.
I'm going to check with Ganga to see, because she was going to join us last week, and then Raj, her little dog, died, and then she got her shingles. I'm going to check and see if she wants to join us next week.
That shingles that takes so long, that could take up to 8 weeks. My brother had shingles, and it was very, very, very difficult.
Yeah, my manager she was out for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Still had problems.
A lot of people have those shingles headaches for years afterwards. Like they still get the headaches from it.
Well, prayers for her. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks for reading with us, Lori. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Bye.
Bye-bye.